Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling match. I looked at her and said, hey, what part of Brooklyn you in?
We're not in Brooklyn, sir. We're in upstate New York in Dutchess County. I'm originally from Yonkers. Hung out in the park.
I guess you guys don't know each other that well.
Oh, Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, this is the host with the most, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, and this is your favorite podcast on Sundays, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. If you ain't with us, you ain't against us, but go fuck yourself. But let's get into it. We are in a special location today. We are on vacation and still doing our podcast. We are in Seaside Heights, New Jersey at Hershey Motel. So, yo, let's get into it. The host with the most and the Vanilla Gorilla, I'll let you introduce our peoples.
Yeah, I guess we'll get right into the
well, whatever you want to do.
Our guest this week. No, actually, that works for us because the Wi-Fi here isn't great. So we might as well get into it and start our show off with our guests.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
So we are here. We are going to bring our guests on. If you guys didn't already see, we have the Leaf Cutters podcast on here with us. So let's bring these guys on and let them introduce themselves to you guys.
Let's do it, players.
What's up, guys?
So,
hey, what's up?
Let's introduce all yourselves. It's not about me and Joey. It's about you guys.
All right. Well, I'm
like
Gibbs.
a cigar. Gibbs goes first.
Yeah. It's usually how it goes anyway.
That's right.
So I'm Gibbs. I'm the host of the Leaf Cutters podcast. Our podcast is basically about, the entry-level person trying to get into cigars, wanting to learn about them, all the way up to the aficionados who love cigars and, just want to hang out with us in the back porch lounge and have a good time. We don't take ourselves seriously. We like to have a good time. We talk crap on every episode, even with our guests. So, like I said, it's just a fun time for all to have. So, appreciate you having us on.
Well, all the things he said. No, I'm Andy. I guess I'm the expert on the podcast. I don't know what the hell I'm an expert of, but I'm an expert of something. Sarcasm and no, that really that's about it.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, sarcasm and bullshit.
Yeah.
That works.
Grandmas.
I'm grim, and I do grim things.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
So your podcast is basically like ours. I have no fucking script. I have no. Hold on, let me get. Oh wait, I don't have a notebook, so I don't give a fuck what you say right now. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. So let me ask you guys this: how long? And I see Cigar Andy. He's about 75 years old, and God bless him. He's probably been smoking cigars about 50 years. So how long you motherfuckers been smoking cigars and start your podcast?
Did you read his autobiography or something? Like, how do you know?
I published it. I didn't publish it till last week. Damn, that's quick.
Man,
Listen,
you got paid,
I'm the
Danny. Shit.
Listen, I'm the boss. That's how I know things. You heard?
Yeah. See?
Wow.
See? Muggsy. If you think he was here, you think I put him in the stove, Muggsy?
So, I mean, I've been smoking, God, about a little bit longer than I've known Andy. So,
So that's been what, like
1846
40
maybe?
years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, right before the war.
World
Which
War
war?
I, World War II, the Korean War. I mean, I
Yes.
understand.
I was
Which
all
war
of
you
them.
talking about?
French American,
I was all
probably.
of them.
French American.
French
War
American.
1812.
Yeah. Andy's been there, and he
War
was smoking
1812.
stogie the entire time.
You go, player.
Yep.
So, guys,
Oh,
seriously,
shit.
let's get down to business. So, we're on vacation. We promoted you. So, this. How did you guys come together to do the podcast? Are you fucking-
Ben is persistent.
Yeah. I just don't give
valid.
up. Yeah, I mean, it is true. I ain't gonna lie. Well, we started off kind of smoking cigars together, us three, after work.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was after work. We just go out, have a good time, smoke a cigar, relax, unwind after a job. And then the other guys in the crew, they just kind of came along. One of them was my brother-in-law. So he's been my brother-in-law for a good part of 20 years now. And
Well, I hope
another
it's
guy-
your brother-in-law if he's married to his sister.
yeah. And then I
I
also
mean,
have,
you know.
yeah, but then I have Billy, who's I've known just as long as I've known Robert, who's my brother-in-law, and he just naturally fit in. And then Zach, our sixth guy, he's kind of the newest one to knowing us all, because Grim and Andy have known each other for a long time as well. But like I said, we used to hang out and smoke cigars after work. And then Zach is the newest one to the group. He's been with us for about 2 years now, but we've been friends for about 3. So
Wait. So time out. Don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
So you got like fucking 15 people on the Leaf and Cutters podcast. Your brother-in-law,
Yeah.
your sister-in-law, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers, your sister, your aunts, your uncle. What the fuck?
You don't have to yell.
I'm related somehow, and I don't know it.
Or can hear you.
yeah,
How many
we
people
roll
you have on
we
the
roll
Leaf
with a
and Cutters
crew.
podcast?
We have to roll with a crew, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody's got to lug equipment.
Yeah, somebody's got like equipment. Somebody's got to be the roadie. Jeez.
I mean, like you said, first you said my brother-in-law, Mike, whoever, I'm just throwing names out there. Then my other brother-in-law who joined, then my other brother-in-law. How many fucking brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws you got, bro?
Why are you yelling? You have a microphone. The neighbors next door don't need to hear you.
Shut up.
He's excited.
How
I'm
many
excited. He's
brother-in-laws
excited.
and sister-in-laws you got on this fucking Leafing podcast?
I mean, I thought it was 1, but now that you're counting it, I mean, geez, there's a lot.
You apparently can count higher than we can. That's for sure.
That's true.
Well, I mean,
He can't count it all. Don't listen. to him.
I mean, we don't live in the outback.
No, he can't count. Period. Don't listen to him.
We don't live in the outback.
You
so,
can't count, so I don't know why you're worried about it.
We don't live in the outback, so my sister-in-law is not my brother-in-law, and my aunt's not my uncle.
And you can't count.
And
you can't count, so it's okay.
See, this is what we do. This is why people love us, because he cuts me off, I cut him off. That's the way it works.
They really watch it.
So now, let's go. Let's finish what we're doing, players.
You have to stop interrupting them for them to do that.
I'm not going to say nothing. Mute me.
But we all decide. I mean, because we always had, because Andy is in Louisiana, and at the time, so was Zach. It was in Louisiana, so we would like to smoke on the back porch and do remote, sessions like this. And we decided, we have goofy. Well, it was more than just us. It was Grim. It was Robert. It was Billy. We would have these conversations, and we were just like, we need to record this shit because it's hilarious. We just go back and forth, kind of like what you do with your son. We go back and forth with each other, have a good time. And we were like, let's just record it. So that's kind of how we came up with the idea for the Leaf Cutters.
Yeah, I think that covers it.
So I mean that covers. So what, as far as podcasts have gone, what you guys have done, what is your, I guess I would say, your most
famous moment,
memorable moment, or the moment that you guys take a lot away from?
We tried to get sponsorship with Burger King.
I guess you couldn't have it your way.
He said we get sponsorships with Burger King. What about White Castle or McDonald's?
Burger King wouldn't let you have it your way?
That's not what Gibbs smelled when he smoked a cigar, a couple months ago. So,
well, we were gonna smoke.
We in the South. We ain't got no White Castle.
See, we was gonna sit outside and smoke, but I was sitting out there.
Well, no, you were sitting in the sun.
It's like 195
if you
degrees
sat
outside.
Here,
no,
you'd probably have a better shot there.
No, we're good. I like the air conditioning because right after this we're going to the boat,
which is going to be 10 times or 100 times hotter than you had out there.
So, guys, let me ask you this. So, how did you guys put together the Leaf Cutters podcast?
Well, that's a pretty interesting question. We Gibbs kind of alluded to it. COVID came in, and I got a new job, which meant the core group that were, close together, distance wise. So it was Gibbs and Grim and Billy and Robert. We couldn't get together and, sit in the driveway and smoke anymore. So I got a new job and moved to Louisiana, met Zach through work because we worked together. And Gibbs and I got to talking, and Zach was over here, and we were smoking cigars. And like, hey, why don't we do this on video? And that went from, all right, that's great. How do we get anybody else involved? And Gibbs really wanted to do another podcast, and so here we are. We pitched the idea to Grim repeatedly.
Yeah. It took some convincing.
We're still trying to convince him.
Wait, you said repeatedly like 4 times. So repeatedly for the 5th time.
Yeah.
Honestly, my portion of the story is Gibbs was like, hey man, you're on a podcast now and you're showing up at this time. And I was like, am I? And he was like, you fucking are, show up. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm showing up. So that was about it.
But yeah, that was it. We kind of put things together and worked on a logo and a name that was kind of different. And that was, Gibbs can fill it in if if he thinks I'm missing anything, but
no, the only thing that's missing there is like some little bit of backstory. Grim and Billy, who's also on the show,
Appreciate
we're on a previous podcast with us.
Shout out to Cigar Loons podcast.
Yeah, I love the Cigar Loons.
They're watching with us now.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
All that. So But Grim and Billy were on a previous podcast with me, which was Deja Redo, where we talked about, all the remakes and movies and TV and video games that were going on. We had a good time with that, but that just kind of fizzled out right before COVID.
It didn't even fizzle on. It was
it didn't technically fizzle on because nobody watched that shit, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But Grim kept saying I kept abusing him on that show, so he didn't want to come to this one.
We don't abuse you. We let Hector do that.
Yeah, we let the guests do that.
You guys just stand to the side while people berate the fuck out of me.
Well, I mean,
massacre.
Hector did it, and then Jack ran me over with a bus, and Gibbs too. So,
yeah.
Wait, did he say New Jack ran him over with a bus?
It happens.
Jack New Jack. That's a name I hadn't heard in a while.
Jack Toronto. Yeah, Jack's a good dude. Jack's good people.
Yeah, Jack is good people.
I mean, he looks good for being in his 90s.
Hector's great too.
Yeah, Hector's great too.
We had Hector on the show. We're actually trying to get we're trying to work out and have him and Jack back on together.
You won't have to
We just
talk.
did that.
That's fine with me.
You don't have to tell the story.
I've hung
We
out
just
with
sit
Jack
back and let it happen.
And Jack sat down with us at an event we were at, just hanging out with a bunch of people. We had gone right before, I think it was not long before he left Toronto. No, might have been before that. We were at an event, and I had bought the box of the Purple Vault Torontos.
Yeah.
And I had the sign and the ashtray I got, and we were just sitting at the table. He came over, he sat down with us, hung out. We were just smoking, talking, and everybody was mad because he sat with us. I'm like, he probably sat with us because we said he probably sat with us because honestly he just wanted regular guys to just sit there and talk to and hang out with, and not like we talked about cigars, but we didn't like, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Like, we were smoking, and he was like, do you know what that cigar is? I'm like, not much about it. I said, but I do enjoy it. I was like, so, and he was like, oh, well, let me tell you about it. And we sat there just like we are now, just talking shit, laughing and joking. And there were people that were genuinely upset that he came and sat with us. And I'm like, I can't help that you're mad that he came and sat with us. Like, we had an open chair, and I guess because those guys were up his ass all night, he didn't really want to.
And
he didn't want to sit there, so he came and sat with us, and it was me, my dad, one of our good friends, another guy, and one other person. We were at a cigar bar, and we had an open chair, and he was like, "Can I sit here?" I'm like, "Why would you even ask? Sit down."
So the funny thing was, when they had the event, me and Joey went there, and we brought one of our buddies, his best friend. So now I got a table, we're sitting there, whatever. All of a sudden, towards the middle of the event, Jack comes over, he goes, Dave, Joey. I said, what's up, Jack? He goes, do you mind if I sit here with you?
That's what I was saying.
I said, hold on. Wait a minute. I said, no reserve seating here. You can sit here all day long. And what got Joey was,
he signed my
Jack Toronto sign.
Yeah, he signed my Toronto sign and signed it. I think it says to Joey, make time to burn, and then on the bottom it says Jack Toronto.
Nice.
Still hanging up on the wall.
So we're also good friends with
Well, hold that thought. We've been talking for a little bit.
Oh,
so we're
right.
Take a quick
we gotta take
commercial break. Give everybody a quick
we'll
break.
Be right back, players.
We'll come back and we'll keep going.
Sponsors.
I'm trying to.
What do you think about the way I'm thinking now? Am I thinking fine?
What is up? What is up, yo? It's the host with the most, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla.
We don't have to yell.
Top 40%
We're
of
in
podcasts and cigars.
We're in a hotel room. You don't
Turnbuckles
gotta
and
yell.
Stogies Pod. And I gotta tell you, so I'm sitting here with some cats from, where they from?
Leaf Cutters Cigar Podcast.
Leaf Cutter Cigars Podcast. And as y'all see, there's 3 of them on here. I think there's like 20 of them. We can't fit all 20. But, you know, I guess these are the big dogs right here. You got Cigar Andy. Then you have my man Gibbs. Shout out to Gibbs from NCIS. And then you have my man Grim. So, Grim, let me ask you this question, Grim.
Yes, sir.
So how did you get into cigars?
I was desperate for friends, and those guys were smoking outside one time, and I was like, hey, can I have one of these? And they were all like, here. And I was like, wait, aren't they bad for you? And they're like, who cares? Just smoke it. And I was like, all right, cool. And then we were friends after that.
So
That's
what
probably
was
pretty
your
accurate.
first cigar that you ever smoked?
It's not bad. Not bad.
What was the question?
What was your first cigar you ever smoked?
Knowing us, I think I know what it was.
Probably a Thompson, and that's not a, you know,
Right, but that's not a-
that's the
that's
best I
not
could
a
probably
cigar,
narrow
that's
it down.
not-
I don't know.
Well, what was
It's
your
a,
first
I think it was a
cigar?
Thompson Iguana.
Yeah, they know.
I think it was a Thompson
Oh,
Iguana,
yeah, Thompson
honestly.
Okay.
Cigars.
Okay, so now let's go to my man Gibbs. Smack him in the back of the head. So, Gibbs, what was the first cigar you ever smoked?
Why are you yelling? You haven't.
Oh, man. Dutch Master. It was a Dutch Master from Kroger. I remember that shit.
Bro, that's not even a fucking cigar. That's a fucking weed cigar.
Bring your voice down. Bring your voice down. We're in a
That's a
hotel.
Okay.
weed cigar.
Back when I
Neighbors don't
smoked
even
it.
hear our conversation.
Back in the actually 90s. Back in the 90s, it was not. Say there was Dutch Master, there was Swisher Sweet, and there was
Yes.
Black and Mild.
the other one. Okay, Black and Milds. Yes, you did.
Okay.
You did. You know, open them up and smoke them all. But Dutch Masters was a line that was smoked. I mean, you could empty it out. You could empty out any freaking cigar and freaking put weed in if you
Yeah.
want to. But
Right.
back then, there weren't really premium cigars. You know,
So
not
now,
the way we know them today.
And I'm sure I'm gonna hear shit that I never heard before. So, Cigar Andy, what was the first ancient cigar you ever smoked?
I had to roll it myself with the ancient Egyptians. And I learned from Jack Tarantino. He taught me.
He said I had to roll it myself. Did you use the grass outside on your front lawn?
No, we were using tobacco. Well, we didn't call it tobacco back then. I don't remember what the hell we called it. That was a long time ago.
It was tobacco, and he rolled it up in papyrus.
Like that booth.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, you
Papyrus,
used
that's the
papyrus
stuff.
to roll it up. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I wonder what a cigar would be like with a wrapper of papyrus. That'd be pretty interesting.
You know, honestly, my first cigar was a Dutch Masters as well back in 97, 98
Yep.
that I got from a buddy because everybody else, I was at a party, everybody else was smoking cigarettes, and I didn't want to smoke cigarettes. So, I just asked a buddy, I said, anybody got any cigars? He goes, yeah, because I'd had a pipe at that point. I'd smoked a pipe by then.
Right.
And, I didn't carry a pipe with me because it wasn't something I carried around. And one of the guys there had a 3-pack of freaking Dutch Masters. And so that's what I ended up starting with. And my first premium cigar, I think, was probably a Romeo.
So my first
How's
premium
your Romeo?
cigar was a Gloria Cubana. And
Ooh,
as you
starting off
guys
good.
can see,
No, I
As-
meant to say quorum.
Gloria Cubana. As you guys can see when you follow me, most of my posts are Gloria Cubana cigars because I get trunk shows. I have 8 boxes of trunk shows that I smoke, and I got in trouble when I bought them from the wife. But those are 2 cigars, and I love it. No, you smoke corns. He's the only guy I know that got like $3 and goes, I'm going to get a cigar. He comes back, he got a quorum label.
And
I mean, I'm just saying.
it's a JC Newman
We don't
cigar.
judge.
You can't go wrong with it.
Yep, it's a Newman cigar. You can't go wrong.
So now, let me ask you guys this. So being that there's like 20 of you guys on your podcast, so how do you do your podcast with, and I'm not being facetious or crazy, how do you do your podcast with all your hosts?
We
Well,
bribed
I
them
mean, yeah, with cigars.
with cigars.
Like, hey, you want a cigar? Hey, come on on. I mean, you're right. It's like herding cats a lot of the time, trying to get everybody on to get a show. But since we record, it's a little bit easier. We can set a date, and everybody
Right.
can aim for that date. And not every episode, everybody's going to be on.
Right.
So there is that. But yeah, but again, we were buddies before we started this, so it's a lot easier to say, hey, let's go smoke a cigar with our buddies than it is, hey, this is a job or this is something we need to do. It's more like, hey, let's go hang out. So I think that's a lot to it.
I mean, and a lot of times that's essentially what
Right.
the best podcasts are, the ones where you're just going and hanging out, basically.
So
Mhm.
what made you guys hook up with us, Turnbuckles and Stogies? And I'm asking this because
Joey.
It was me.
It was
how
Joey.
did you hook up with Joey?
I think I followed
Gibbs.
them, or I think I
Craigslist.
followed them, and they followed me
No,
for doing something else, and we just
Yeah, I mean,
kinda
Joey
connected from
Joey
there.
reached out on socials, and I was just like, hey, man, how's it going? And you started telling me about your backstory and everything like that. And I'm like, well, that's pretty freaking cool. So we
Yeah.
started talking about, you're gonna have your own cigar line and everything, how you used to be a tag team, duo. I was like, I was fascinated. So we just started talking.
Don't lie. It was Craigslist.
I'm not
looking for
fucking with
cigar smoker.
So let me ask you this: Who is, and I don't mean this to mess anybody up. Who is the founder of your cigar podcast?
That would be me and Andy. We technically founded it.
It was a joint effort.
Right.
It was a
That's
joint
kind of
effort.
how this started. Was the same thing. Is during COVID we did it on Instagram.
But it wasn't me.
Well, he wasn't a part of it. It was me, and I don't know if you guys have seen him.
Kyle from Kenzuki
Can
Cigars.
I finish talking?
Sure.
From Kinzua Cigar Club. It was Kyle, the guy that owns Kinzua.
Yeah.
We used to get on and smoke cigars and just talk wrestling and talk about cigars and stuff, and we'd get people that were watching, and then that's all us. You don't have to post those.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. Keep
And,
talking. Mind your business.
So we would just get on and talk, and then another guy had came on and joined us,
Who was our third co-host, and you've probably seen him.
but
OG Cigars.
he had kind of came on, but this all started with me and Kyle, and then OG came on, and then we brought my dad in, but it kind of became ours because Kyle had he was just having a baby at the
7 kids.
time. He was getting a new job, like he
Trying to
was
start his own new
smart.
podcast.
So
Or his whole new country.
So he kind of left the reins to us, but at the same time, it's not that he's not a part of it, because he always has a spot if he ever wants to come on and be a host for a day or a couple episodes. If he wants to come on and join and hang out,
So
he's always welcome.
the bottom line was Joey and him used to talk about wrestling and cigars on Instagram. Then he said, let's do this podcast. Joey said, okay. Then OG, cigar tender, got involved. Then Kyle said to Joey, he goes, we got to bring your dad on because he can get wrestlers on.
Right.
So I said, okay, cool. So then when Kyle left, he said, I'm leaving you Turnbuckles and Stogie's pot.
Right. Because
So then,
he had created an Instagram and everything,
Right.
and then, you know, when he was getting ready to have the baby and everything,
the
he was like,
fifth
listen,
baby,
I
the
can't.
fifth baby.
He's like, I can't commit the time to it. So, you know, if you guys want to create a new page and you know, go from there and kind of run it, he was like, that's fine. You know, he was like, it's yours. Like, you know, we co-founded it, but we kind of just took it over and we ran with it. But we always told him he's had the open chair to come back whenever he wanted.
So when that happened,
Yeah,
so OG used to come on with us, and he used to just sit there, like we'll be sitting here talking.
Well, that was because he was dealing with stuff that we didn't know about.
Right.
So we're not knocking him for that.
I'm not knocking for that.
He was dealing with stuff we didn't know about at the time until after he had left the podcast.
So then he left the podcast, and then it became me and him. And I gotta tell you, bro, this has been the best ride of my life.
And then slowly it's just become
awesome.
And it's just become him because I'll send out emails and he'll answer them. And then he's the producer. He's the guy that puts up all the Instagram
I'm the
stuff.
producer, the content creator,
I just own the
booker.
company. I just own the company.
I do
No,
everything.
that sounds like Gibbs.
So, you know.
Gibbs does everything.
Yeah,
Well,
I do just
So
about
is he doing
everything.
something?
Isn't that what NCIS says? Gibbs does everything.
Yeah.
I'm
Nah,
the head of
Grim, we're
everything.
good. We ain't got nothing to do.
So, guys, let
All
me
right, cool.
ask
Just
you
make
this.
sure.
So, guys,
Dick.
let me ask you this. So, how did you come up with the name Leaf Cutters Podcast?
Ooh, I got that one.
Go for it, Grim.
Go, Grim.
Ben told me it was
Raise
the
your
leaf
hand,
cutter.
raise
That
your
was it.
Slow down, time out. What the fuck just happened?
He said he told him it was the cutters, that's it.
Bro, did you just say, I just said it's Leaf Cutters and that's it?
That was it. There was no discussion. Ben didn't. There's no fighting his dictatorship at all. You know, like he's the one that basically puts it all together. And I've grown balls once or twice and been like, hey man, I really
Look, this
I
came from
really
Cigar
wanna-
Loons. Look at the
They
post.
said like Gaz does everything for the cigar loons.
Yeah, Gaz is on the short end of the stick on that one. I feel him, buddy. I feel you, buddy.
I get it.
I've grown balls a time or two and told Ben, like, hey man, we should probably do this way or whatever. And then he punishes me, which is weird because I'm a 40-year-old adult. I don't understand how this is happening, but
He put
you
you
know,
on
he
time.
does it. Yeah, he puts me in timeout. He's like, look, sit here, shut up.
Wait, he told
Yeah,
you
you're
get
the
in the
dunce cap.
corner without something to drink.
No, we let him drink. We just don't
You
let him
gotta,
go to the
you gotta do
bathroom.
something about the sorrow.
He said, I don't
Right,
let
so.
him go to the bathroom.
Hold it.
All
Hold it to
right.
a dog.
So is that a good
can't
enough
walk
story,
out.
or should I tell you the actual story?
No, tell us the actual story. please.
Okay. All right. Let's go into the actual story. So, as a group, we sat down and we were throwing out names. I mean, we had stuff like Old Men on the Back Porch and stuff like that. But it was actually Zach's wife who started talking about the leafcutter ants that do exist in nature. And I was like, that's a great name. And I was like, that would also be a great logo if we could turn that into a logo. And Billy took that and made our logo that we did. He actually drew that by hand, that whole thing, and it turned out great. So we started running with it. But that's the story behind that. It was Zach's wife who came up with the leaf cutters.
That's actually, I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was actually something called the leaf cutter ant. To be honest, I didn't even know
Wait,
that.
leaf cutter what?
ant.
Leafcutter
That's how
ants. They
What the fuck is a leafcutter ant?
They eat
Well, that's the
leaves.
thing. They are.
It's an ant
Exactly
that
what
cuts
they do.
leaves.
Is
It
that
actually
like
cuts
your
leaves and
wife's- Is that like your wife's aunt?
No, not quite.
Look,
Oh,
this
okay.
is-
I mean, she could probably cut your head off. So yeah, that may be it.
no, that's a praying mantis. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, that's right. They eat that. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
But,
yo, she can cut your head off, throw you in the river, and don't worry about it.
that's it.
and it's a
But
logo.
You don't
the
need
leafcutter ants are
podcast
really
agreement.
cool. They actually do have these like big mandibles that can actually cut out sections of leaves. And I thought that was excellent. I'm like, we're burning leaves this way, so why not? Let's go for it. And that's how we
No,
did it.
that is really cool.
Get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, get
acknowledge
rid of
that.
them people.
No,
Block
just
them.
leave them. You don't have to block them. Just leave them there. They're not ours.
Fucking cocksucker.
They're not ours. We just let that go.
So guys, let me ask you this.
Ask away.
So you've seen our podcast, obviously, before you hooked up with Joey. So
Sure.
what made you want to come on our
You
podcast?
said just because
Can I finish my fucking question?
it's gonna go back to the answer you said earlier.
Okay, but can I finish my question?
Sure. Go
It's
ahead.
for the fucking people in TV land.
People in TV land heard it before.
Okay, so let's give a real serious answer. So
Oh.
you hooked up to Joey,
Mhm.
and our podcast obviously is in the top 40 of
Well, that's
cigar.
what AI tells us is in top 40.
So what
That's
made you
Congrats.
want
Thank
to
you.
collaborate and do a podcast with myself and my son?
I'll let Grim and Andy answer since they had their hands up first.
You said serious answer. I can't get my answer anymore.
Yeah, same. I'm kind of out of answers.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I had a fun answer. It was, hey, Ben called me the other day and was like, hey, we're going to be on this podcast, and I was like, all right. That
That's
was
good.
it. That's it. That's
That's
the
a
story.
lot of it.
Yeah.
God, I've turned out to be this horrible monster. They should fire me from the podcast.
I
God, I'm
know.
an
I'm keeping
asshole.
you. I need somebody to direct this. Bag of cats.
Train wreck.
So Andy,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this. You've been sitting there fucking doing nothing but smoking your cigar, and I can't smoke because I'm in a hotel room and it's 110 degrees outside. I'm not going outside to sweat. But you've been smoking there, and you have not said a motherfucking word.
I haven't had to. You're doing all the talking.
Motherfucker,
I'm enjoying the hell out of
say
this
something.
show.
That's why I don't say anything. I don't have to say a word.
Say something, motherfucker.
He does talk. He does all the talking for everybody.
Did
mean,
you
that's
two
what you
plan those
need.
outfits together?
So
Did you
so
coordinate
let
on
me ask you
purpose?
this.
No,
That's
he,
what I
he
wanna know.
copied me.
So let me ask you this. So how did all you guys meet? Are you guys brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws,
I got-
aunts, uncles,
I got most of
cousins,
this.
grandfathers? How did y'all meet?
Well, let's see. Back in the year of our Lord, 2010-ish, somewhere around the month of July,
Here we go.
I was unemployed. And from that point, I was looking for jobs. And being in the IT sector, I didn't give a shit. I just needed a damn job. So I went and had this interview with this guy who we now know as Gibbs. And he says in my interview, "You're a smartass." And I owned it. And I said, well, fuck, I'm not getting that job, and left. And lo and behold, he called me the next day? Within the next couple of days.
Gibbs came across as desperate.
Very fucking desperate.
We just gotta take this job. I need you.
But so
yeah.
Gibbs, I got hired by Gibbs to, for a job. I was already into cigars, been smoking cigars for a while. And somewhere along the way, I was like, hey, you want to smoke a cigar? I was like, where? I'm like, in the fucking parking lot. I don't care. Fuck this shit. And so after work, we started, hanging out on Fridays and started working, smoking cigars on Fridays in the parking lot. That eventually, bled over into I met Grim at the same place.
Wait, you met him in a parking lot? So what was it?
Same parking lot we were smoking. Yeah. He is.
I had a
essentially
20.
lot lizard.
Wait, so was
told
it
me you
a
had a
lot
10.
lizard?
So we actually have a very valid
I want to
question
change.
from the cigar loons, and this is
Oh,
something. No.
shit.
It's not a bad. It's actually very good. What are your thoughts on Sinestro and Ish stuff going on over the last Cowboy limited edition?
The only Sinestro I know is a Green Lantern villain. I don't know what we're talking about.
I'm with Grim. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't keep up with
Yeah.
y'all's BS.
I mean, I heard about
That
it.
sounds
I
like
don't
drama.
know. I heard
Well, it sounds like
about
drama
it.
I want to stay out of.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it. I tried looking into it. I didn't really.
Oh God.
I wasn't able to find anything, and that's not that it wasn't out there. I went looking and couldn't figure out what what it was that was the, I guess, contested thing or whatever it was. I'm not sure. I did go do some digging because I had a feeling eventually that would pop up somewhere. But when I went looking, I couldn't figure out what it was, and I also haven't spoke to Ish to ask him what it is.
Well, I will be speaking to Ish about that.
Just for more out of my own curiosity about what it is, because I tried looking and couldn't figure it out. Because I caught it like right in the middle when it came up.
Well, listen, time out, coach. Umpire. So we got to take a commercial break and pay our bills. We'll see you in a few minutes. Peace.
What you got, why you got it good. Always just a little misunderstood, but I never tried to change you, even when you're drunk all day. Every time you break, it breaks my heart. Watching you drown yourself and fall apart. You're killing yourself, and it's killing me to have to say. Though it hurts so much, 'cause I love you. You were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As much as I think I can, and I thought in the end you'd miss me, but I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. I've heard it only hurts 'cause you love so deep, letting you go after all the cheap shots you take of me and Jameson. Your daddy don't help, no, he feeds you lies, and you're wondering why you can't sleep at night in the bed I made. Oh, I thought you were the one, 'cause you were my best friend. Story with a good end, my rhythm blues. You were my soulmate, a damaged man, and I paid for it. As much as but I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. Not stronger than whiskey.
Yo, what up, players? Yo, this is the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla. We are live. Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, Roku TV, Amazon TV, all the streaming networks you can ever get on. And guess what? We're in the top 40%. But right now we are live with.
Hold on, I'm getting back to comments. I'm just checking, see if we missed anything.
The Leaf Cutters.
Yeah,
The other
that
car.
was his phone. The Leaf Cutters.
Sorry,
We are live here with the Leaf Cutters. Sorry, he misplaced that.
No,
See, that's
I
why
was
he's not the
trying-
fucking producer.
I was trying to make sure we didn't miss
So
any
we
comments.
are
Thank
live
you.
here with the Leaf Cutters. My man Andy, my man Gibbs, smack him in the back of the head, and my man Grim. So, Jesus Christmas, what can I ask y'all?
Oh, I could finish telling you about the whole how we met part or how we got going.
Yes, so tell us how you met. Let's go on
We'll
mute.
go on
So-
mute. So it's all about you guys.
Ah! Well, I mean, we started smoking cigars in the
Craft
you know,
your
the
show, man.
parking lot at work,
It's all about us.
and let's see, I left that pain in the ass job and went and did something else, but we continued to hang out, smoke cigars, and bullshit like we've always done. Gibbs had somewhere in the interim, Gibbs and Grimm and Billy did the Deja Rudu podcast. I moved out here in 2020 to Louisiana, where it's hotter than fucking just as humid, and decided that, you know, we still wanted to smoke. So we started getting on, you know, having Teams calls and smoking cigars. And I introduced Zach to Gibbs, and shortly after decided we'd throw together a podcast. And it's been downhill. I mean, it's been a party ever since.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You have to click the mute button.
Now they can hear you.
So now you can hear me. So how many people are there on your podcast as hosts? Just curiosity.
Well, if you're talking host, there's one host, but there's 6 of us on the podcast.
There's 6 all together and one
There's
host.
6 and
But
one host.
he's the host. As far as hosts, he's the host.
So Gibbs is the host.
There's that's the main host
So
of the
Gibbs,
podcast.
Yeah,
Do you get
I didn't want that
smack-
job.
Yelling.
CEO leader.
He's excited, man. He's
I
just
know.
excited to be on this podcast. He's excited to talk to. Well, he's not excited to talk to us. You don't even know our name, but he's just excited.
Be quiet.
So Gibbs, can you smack
sir.
everybody in the head?
I
Even
mean,
from
if
a
we weren't
distance.
remote, I would try.
I still feel it, you know, in the heart.
But yeah,
You get to look
Right
to
here.
him.
I did the transfer for you.
So let me ask you this.
okay, there's
What
less
is-
glare. You put on a hat.
What is y'all's favorite cigar?
Ooh, that is a tough one, man.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
a
hard.
question we get asked a lot.
Is it? Man, that is a tough one. Like, see, I usually smoke what, you know, whatever's I feel in the mood for. So and at that time, if I know it's a good cigar, that's my favorite cigar. But I mean, if you're talking about one that I can constantly go back to no matter what, damn, that's tough. Give me a minute. Let me see if somebody else has an answer.
Go, Grim.
Whichever cigar you handed me.
I like it. That's
Free
accurate.
cigars are the best cigars. I don't give a shit who you are. Like, free cigars are the best cigars.
I mean, that's true.
I
That's
mean, he's not lying.
Fighting that, I like a good.
Favorite cigars?
well. He said a free cigar is his favorite cigar.
A free
Yeah,
cigar.
if I'm buying myself a cigar,
Let me ask you this.
Ask away.
So when you first started ever smoking, I know you said Dutch Master, but after you smoked the Dutch Master, what was your number one cigar after you smoked the fucking trash on the street?
That's a fair question. So if you're talking about when I was starting out, when I finally found a cigar that I was like, damn, that was a good cigar. It's going to be a tie between the Lot 23 and probably the Perdomo Champagne. Those are probably like the first. That's a cigar that is premium. It's really good. Has a great taste. I can smoke it anytime. But if you're talking about nowadays, and Grim, put on your earmuffs because I know you don't want to hear this. Probably anything from Roman Craft.
Here it comes. There it is.
Anything from Roman
you're not on
Craft.
a podcast. You're not on a podcast. You're still doing it.
So go ahead, Grim. Your next question. Go ahead. Same thing.
After I got through with the starter cigars, I would say the Perdomo Champagne, followed by the Arturo Fuente. Can't think of the name of it, but just the main line Fuente was
the Hemingway.
Probably the Hemingway. Yeah.
Hemingway. You have the short story.
You know.
Now this one didn't have a label on it or anything like it. It had it has the band that identifies as an Arturo Fuente, but past that, like nothing. Oh,
that
wait.
was a bootleg. That was a bootleg.
Was that the curly head?
It was Arthur Fuente. It wasn't actually Arturo.
Arthur Fuente.
That's what she said.
It was his American
That's
cousin.
what she said. She said it had a curly head.
Nowadays, I smoke exclusively Espinosa cigars. That's all I smoke. Please, Hector and Jack, please don't look into that. But it's all Espinosa.
I'm gonna assume it's
Well,
safe
we
to
talk
say
to
you
Hector and Jack
probably
all the time.
don't smoke Roma Craft.
Oh no, I do.
Yeah, he does.
It's just we mention them so often that we're like in a bad relationship with them. Like, they don't call us back, but we're constantly like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So now,
Just wanted to clarify that for everybody out in TV and Roku land.
We'll clarify
As you should.
that. So now, Andy. So I know, besides myself, you're one of the eldest people on here. Besides Dutch Master.
I'm glad
Jesus,
you
I
admitted
probably
that.
am.
What
God.
was the first cigar that you ever smoked that got you into premium cigars? Being that you're like 79 years old.
Well, you see, back when I started smoking cigars, I gotta remember, my first real favorite was probably the Romeo Bully, and it's because it was good. I just kind of enjoyed it, and I didn't have to put my teeth in to smoke it. But since then, I've kind of broadened my flavors and whatnot, and the things I like, and it's really hard to remember all the favorites I've had over the years, and well, it's a struggle, but I kind of like all the things, but I really always kind of go back to hang on.
The age of hieroglyphics.
He said that.
Well, no, I used cuneiform first.
He says,
I liked writing in cuneiform. It was easy. Them pictures were really hard to draw. Oh, the cigar. I really kind of just go back to, whatever's in the fucking humidor because I can't remember what's in there.
Don't fall out
You
of the
had a
chair. It's
stroke?
okay.
I can't with you.
And, I remember when Big Dog, started smoking cigars and, we just gave him plastic, candy shit and he loved it.
Still concerned about the stroke.
Oh,
I feel like I'm gonna have one right now.
Doctor's got me on meds.
oh. So Andy, let's be.
Come on, spit it out.
Too
today.
late. We're not serious.
What was your first favorite cigar you smoked besides a Dutch Master?
Didn't I say that? Wasn't it the Romeo Bully?
Yes.
Yeah, the Romeo
Bully.
Bully was my first, probably real favorite, and then I went on to like the Nestor Miranda. I liked his stuff there for a while, and they had a blend out of the Buckhead Cigar Shop up there in North Atlanta, and I really just liked that cigar and bought the hell out of it. And I just keep chasing that favorite cigar ever since. I haven't landed on one that I just absolutely have to buy every time I walk in the shop.
So
Romeo
now-
comes a good close first, though. Just
Now
for
let me
grill.
ask you guys this: what is your goal now that you have the podcast? What is your goal from here on out?
Well, I mean, the goal is simple. I mean, it's the same one we've had since we started. It's an excuse for us to get together and have a cigar with each other. Because, like I said, since we're separated by states, this gives us a reason every week to get together and smoke a cigar, talk crap, talk about what we're watching. Every once in a while, we'll have a guest on us, even though here lately we've been having a lot of guests on. But it literally is the reason to, get together and smoke,
So-
have the brotherhood.
Why don't you guys do this? And because we belong to a lot of cigar groups, being that you have your podcast, why don't you have meetups with your what the hell am I looking for, Joe?
They call them followers.
Your followers and your host.
I mean, we would, but we're not as popular as you.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know what fans are.
The 5 people that actually follow us are family, so we see them all the time.
No, that's what
I
everybody.
don't know. Plywood's not family.
Everybody
I can't
wants
give a
us to
hope
do
how
the
did that
same
save
thing.
my life? They're all like, we
Everybody
know you,
wants
leave
us
alone.
to do meetups and events and it's like I'm like it's easy. I said, but it's not that easy to organize. I said to get everybody in one place at one time. Whether it's like a you do like a cigar thing, like I don't want to say like a cigar fest, but kind of that aspect of like maybe having like a few different vendors there and kind of putting together a bag with you pay a ticket, you get 10, you get 5 cigars, one from each vendor, whatever. I said that's not as easy as it seems.
No, that's a lot of money up front.
It's a lot of money up front
and a lot of effort.
A lot of it's a lot of money. It's a lot of work to get it, and you have to deal with the right people. And if you're working with a shop, you have to deal with the right shop to do it.
And a lot of people don't like that. They don't like that I wear my thong and I put it on backwards.
Well, to
They
be
don't
fair,
like that.
no, that's
I mean,
everybody. Nobody likes that.
They don't like I wear my thong backwards.
You're the only one that likes that.
You know what I mean?
Nobody else likes that but you.
I don't understand the problem there. If you wear it backwards, it's more sexier.
No, you just like the way it feels.
Well, that too.
That's usually the best
A lot
thing.
more breezy.
You just like the way it feels.
So
Well,
guys,
in all serious, we did attempt to do a festival one time. Unfortunately, it it's kind of like what you were saying. It was really hard to get everything off the ground and going. We weren't doing it. We were just going to be part of it.
Right.
But I mean, it is something we've thought about, and was something we're going to try if we can, be at a couple of festivals, if they
Right.
want cigars there, because sometimes they don't.
Right.
But yeah.
And to add to that challenge, it's while Gibbs and Ben and Robert and Billy are right there together within a 10-mile radius? No, well, more like a 30-mile radius, 31 miles to be exact. It's 600 miles for me to go hang out with the guys, and so that happens twice a year.
So listen here. So how about we do a collaboration, and maybe by 2026, myself, my son, and you guys, we put a cigar event together, and we collaborate, and we put it all over social.
We'd have to find a neutral place to do it.
Neutral place to do it
that everybody can get to. That's not, super.
I saw Joey's face just drop during that. He was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" You know how much coordination that's going to take?
No,
I'm the guy that's always in the public. I'm the guy that I can show up.
No, see, listen. Here's the
I
thing.
can show up to a store tomorrow and somebody be like, "Yo, you're Turnbuckles and Stogies." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Blah blah blah," and Joey be like, "Yep, have a good day, thank you," and he'll walk away. Meanwhile, I'll stand there and talk to you for 2.5 hours.
I talk to everybody, but you talk to people, and then you get people when I don't want to talk to people. That's the thing. I'll be sitting there enjoying my cigar on an opposite side, and he'll yell across the lounge for me to come over. I'm like, "What? I'm smoking." They want to talk to you. No, they don't want to talk to me. They were talking to you.
So listen, we'll talk off the app. We'll talk off the app.
Off the app.
Yeah, we'll talk off StreamYard. Facebook.
Talk off outside the podcast.
We'll talk offside the podcast. Let's collaborate and do.
We'll figure something out.
Where we can do something, and I have a lot of people in the cigar industry that we can bring to the event. So let's do that.
I think we can do something. Well, I got a question for you guys, because
42.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
So you guys said you had a lot of guests on.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your most memorable guest, or who is your favorite guest you've had on, and who's one you want on?
Oh wow.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna let Andy go first since he said ooh first.
I got a list of people I want on. My current work in progress is currently Matty Booth at Room 101.
We had him on.
Hey man.
No, I'm saying he's a tough guy to nail down. He's a tough guy to nail down.
I know.
We've heard.
When you can get him on, though, all I'm gonna say is sit back.
Gonna enjoy the show.
Just sit back and enjoy your cigars and just let him talk. Trust me.
Right.
Just trust me. You won't be disappointed. That's for sure.
We've had some really good guests though. I really not to throw Grim under a bus because I love Grim, but having Hector and Jack on was a blast. Actually, just having Hector on, but having Hector and Jack on was a blast. But I think I've learned the most out of somebody like Skip Martin over at Roma.
I haven't reached out to them yet.
They both him and Mike are great to have on. They're both very into what they do. And yeah, Mike was a sit back and just kind of watch the show happen kind of guy. Skip was and more of an for me, it was more of an educational show. But yeah, I think those are the ones that, that really, the one I want in the couple of three that really just kind of stick in my head on a regular basis.
Right.
Do you want to go, Grim? Or you want me to go?
My favorite is Hector. It is always Hector. It will always be Hector. I had such an amazing time, an enriching experience, if you will, with Hector. Hector, I'm sorry. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, okay?
Hector, I'm sorry.
A really memorable one for me is Goss, Nick Goss.
Oh, Nick is awesome.
Nick was so much fun to have him on. That was the incident that Grim was alluding to earlier when he said Burger King.
Yeah, who knew you could taste Burger King French fries in a cigar?
Yeah. I did tell Nick that I got Burger King French fries out of his cigar. I instantly regretted it, but they ran with it, and it turned out to be hilarious. But there you go. Nick Goss was a lot of fun.
So Nick Goss has really great cigars.
Yeah, he does.
Matter of fact, I have one, and Joey has one left from the couple that we bought.
No, the one. So what we have left is his new one that came out.
Right.
Afraid of the Thing Rapicom.
So I smoked the Nightman, and I've smoked through almost a box of that one.
Nice.
I haven't tried the Dayman yet. He said to try that one, and then I got to get I got to pick him up again. I got to restock the humidor, so that's going to be a new work in progress again. Because I'm almost out of cigars now.
Who is that's Black Horse Podcast?
I don't know.
Never heard of him.
They're probably watching through MB Radio.
So guys, it's 12:15. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with Leaf and Cutter Cigar Podcast. Check us out.
Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. At 19 years old, he was sent off to war, not really sure what he was fighting for. So he fights for what's behind him and his brothers beside him. Together they'll weather the storm. 9 long months later and he's still alive. Fought several long battles you shouldn't have survived. Then the IED exploded as the ambush unfolded. He laid there bleeding as his brothers all died. Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. Reinforcements arrived in the nick of time. Old Doc had found him and called in the nightline. He awoke in the hospital. They patched all the holes. Too bad they couldn't fix the ones in his soul. 16 years later, he locks all the doors, unable to find anything worth living for. His family has left him. He feels society rejects him. With a bottle and a pistol, he falls to the floor. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he sat there and cried, with only his memories sitting there by his side. Brothers and sisters, we can't lose this war. Have we forgotten what the hell we fought for? Pick up the phone, don't knock on the door. 22 too many, we must carry on, fighting these battles until they are won. We know that we walk on the edge of a knife, but one simple call can save a life. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy motherfucking Sunday fun day. Yo, this is Boss Dog, aka Big Dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, 40% in the rankings
according to AI.
According to AI. So check us out. And we have Leaf Cutters on with us right now. So guys, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Yes.
And listen, I take my motherfucking hat off to all 15
Make sure
of
you guys
motherfuckers.
follow them.
Listen, all you baby kids, uncles, aunts, grandmas, grandpas, sisters, uncles, cousins, I take my hat off to all you guys because I know all you guys are related. So I take my hat off to all baby kids. But listen, hit us up.
Make sure you guys follow them on social
follow
media.
them on social media. Baby
Appreciate
kids.
We don't die, we multiply.
What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
I said we don't die, we multiply.
That's it.
Listen,
That's right.
we don't die, we multiply. Shout out the fucking baby kids and the gremlins, you heard? So guys, appreciate y'all.
Yes,
appreciate
thank you.
Y'all
Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate y'all. Listen, hit Joey up. We want to collaborate and communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm not gonna say anything else, but yeah. So let's do that. So guys, it's been a great show. I love y'all.
And just tell everybody where they can follow you on all your social media platforms. And tune in.
Absolutely. And I do need to shout out to our sponsor because without her, we wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't even got started off the ground. And that's Penny's Public House up in New Hampshire. She got us started. She started giving us cigars to try and review and things like that. And she got us kicked
awesome.
off.
Send us the
So
information.
big shout out to her.
No, that's awesome. That's good.
Send us the information.
Will do. And follow us on we're on a lot of platforms. You can get us at on YouTube at the Leaf Cutters Reviews. You can get us on Facebook at the same at Leaf Cutters Reviews. We're on Instagram at the Leaf Cutters. TikTok, we're at the Leaf Cutters. We're on Clapper. I don't know if anybody gets on Clapper. And supposedly we have a Twitter account out there somewhere. But we're trying to figure that one out. But yeah, we're out there. And we appreciate you guys having us on. It's been a blast. There's a lot of chemistry going on between you two that's kept us entertained this entire time, and we appreciate it.
So listen, you're on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
You're on TikTok.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow me.
How about you just follow them and then
Can you
they
shut the
can,
fuck
no,
up?
you follow them
Can
so
you
they can
shut
follow
the
you
fuck
back.
up? So I am the only one, the big dog of TikTok. That is me. So make sure you follow me. So guys, make sure you'll follow Leaf Cutters
Yes, sir.
on all streaming networks and everything else. And make sure you follow Andy. We're going to do a fundraising page for him for his retirement and his senior citizen house. Okay?
Thanks, I appreciate it. Daddy needs a new wheelchair.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull a muscle. He's gonna pull a muscle. I can tell.
He's gonna have an aneurysm.
Make sure you
Make sure you follow those
follow
guys.
Leaf Cutters. Make sure you follow Turnbuckles and Stogies. It's been a great show. Guys, I fucking love y'all. Andy, hit me up. Make sure everybody follows everybody on here. Yo, and I want to do a collaboration with the Leaf
We'll
Cutters.
figure that out.
We'll figure it out. Hit us up. You know how to do it. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Andy, change your diaper.
Later,
I
guys.
have a nurse for that. Good night, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.